So yes, I prepared this little slide presentation, which I will share. Tell me if it's working.
It's coming up. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great.
And then hit it in presentation mode so you get it all through the screen. Just left the share. Perfect.
Okay. Super. Okay. So we have CEO Daniel Schreiber. The truth is he's co-CEO now. They made a change maybe in July that he's sharing CEO role now with Shai Wininger, who'll get to next. He has a tech background, as you can see, as a founder and executive in various roles. And so he's sharing the role now with Shai Wininger, who started off as the COO. He is like a really interesting personality because he's founded so many companies. A lot of them didn't become a household name, but one of them is Fiverr, which he founded with Micha Kaufman, who is the CEO now, and Shai was the chief technology officer. And interestingly, Brian and I were discussing yesterday how they met, and I actually did find out this story. So when Shai was leaving Fiverr, before he was figuring out his next big thing, he approached Michael Eisenberg, who has a venture capital firm called Aleph, and they were one of the original investors in Lemonade. And Michael Eisenberg knew what he wanted to do, introduced him to Dan Schreiber, and had the two of them figure out what it was that was going to be the next big thing that they were going to disrupt. And that's what they did. They kind of sat down and they just kind of went through different industries, trying to figure out like, what is the next big thing that we can disrupt? And they came up with insurance.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so then you have Dan Ariely, who they don't really talk about very much, but he's kind of well-known personality. So, I don't know why they don't bring his name up too much. He's the chief behavioral officer, whatever that means, but I think he's a behavioral economist. It's supposed to say noted speaker. So he's kind of someone good to have in an insurance company. We have Tim Bixby, who's had a lot of experience as CFO's executive positions. Adina Eckstein, who is the new COO, has a background from executive positions at the BBC and HSBC. And we haven't heard her name so much, but we'll see what comes up in the next quarter. And finally, we have John S. Peters, who is the chief insurance officer, and he's their main underwriting guy. He's the guy that actually knows insurance. I read a quote somewhere that Daniel Schreiber said that they were going to milk their ignorance for all it's worth. So him and Shai basically knew nothing about insurance. All they knew was that they wanted to disrupt insurance. They're the guys that basically said, like, we don't want to know about insurance because we want to start it from scratch. We want to do it our own way. But they did have to bring on somebody like John Peters who actually knows what's going on. So that's
I like that John, their chief insurance officer, and their CFO have considerable experience in the industry, in tech. Certainly the CFO has experience in tech, and sort of to me, they're the ballasts for a new company, right? As you get new ideas and the co-CEOs trying to innovate, you have sort of a little bit of grounding here in the financials as well as the underwriting to make sure everything goes, because if you screw up the underwriting and you screw up the financials, you can go bankrupt. That would be bad for our investment.
Yes, I think they really have a great mix of the innovation guys and the people who kind of know how to put it all together.
Yep. No, that was a great overview. Thanks, Jennifer.